My name is Dr. Manrina Rhode and I'm the aesthetic dentistry expert for dentistry.co.uk, and I want to talk to you today about health and well-being within aesthetic dentistry. So let's start off by talking about health and well-being within the very important oral cavity, which is the place that we spend a lot of our time working on. There are way too many patients asking for aesthetic treatments who don't want to repair the health issues that they have in their mouth. So, you know, they'll have a broken molar, they'll have raging gum disease, and they'll say to you, oh, can you whiten my teeth and give me, you know, whatever, 10 upper porcelain veneers. The answer to that is no, we cannot. That as dentists, it's very important to us. It's very important that we look after our patients' health and that we're all singing from the same sheet, saying that health first and aesthetics second. And actually, it's almost impossible to get a great aesthetic result without considering the health implications. For that dentist who says that, yeah, you know, oh, you've got gum disease, you don't want to fix it, I'll still do your 10 veneers. Good luck to you. I have done over 14,000 veneers in my career, and I can tell you right now that you're not going to enjoy that process one bit. Firstly, once you've prepped these teeth and the gums are bleeding, how are you going to get a crisp impression for good fitting veneers? I'll tell you right now, you're not. And then once the patient's in temporaries, they will have blood underneath their temporaries, and that will go black, and their temporaries will look black, and the patient will be unhappy. And then when you come to cement, there will be blood in the oral cavity, and there will be blood underneath your veneers. And even if you think you got away with it and you cemented them, either the veneers will debond because you didn't have a dry environment to cement to, or the blood will seep in underneath your cement, and the patient will come back a month later and say, there's a black area underneath one of my veneers, and you will have to take it off. And then long term, at some point, the patient will address their oral health for whatever reason. When they do go to a dentist who does make them realize the importance of it, and they decide to start brushing better and seeing a hygienist. And then as their gums become healthy, their gums will shrink, and then you will have margins around all of your porcelain veneers. So don't do it. Just say to your patients that that's the rules, and I get it that you want your work done, and I want to do this work for you as well, but I need to work on a good, healthy base. And so let's work together, work with my hygienist, get your mouth really healthy, and then once we're there, then we can't wait, and we'll go ahead and we will do your aesthetic work for you. And even within other aesthetics, it's very interesting in the human body that the things that are healthy for us also make us look better, right? So, you know, in our bodies, when we work out and we go to the gym, we look better. So it's something that's very healthy for us that also looks great. And it's the same thing in the mouth with aligning teeth orthodontically. We could be telling our patients to align their teeth for aesthetic reasons, but in reality, there's also real health benefits to the patient with doing that. There's some areas that are almost impossible for them to keep clean, and you know they retain plaque and food in those areas. And then by correcting that crowding, it's a much easier surface for them to clean, and also looks great. So there's benefits between both. And then I guess going on one step further, it's just undeniable the connection between your oral health and your systemic health. There's so much research behind that now, and I really feel like that's the way forward. That's the way dentistry's going forward, putting the mouth back in the body, and it's really something we're looking very heavily into at DRMR as a full body transformation clinic. We don't only want to look after your mouth. You know, here we have a dietitian, we have a personal trainer, we do a DNA testing, and we're always bringing in different techniques to try and support our patients in looking and feeling their very best. And exploring that further, that connection between oral inflammation and systemic inflammation. And another reason why our patients really need to have perfect oral health, because health and well-being is really important. If they've got cavities, just put that in with their cosmetic plan. Say, yeah, I'll do your cosmetic work for you, but we'll have to correct the decay in your mouth as well. This cannot be done without that. And maybe just as a closing section, let's have to think about our own health and well-being. We work and live in a massively stressful environment. I hate that dentistry is so stressful because I love dentistry. I love being a dentist and I love my job and I love coming in every day, but there's no doubt that you know, I leave my day, as much as I leave my day feeling really good about what I've done, I also leave it physically and mentally exhausted. It's very tiring on our backs. The work that we do, it's tiring on our eyes, it's tiring on our brain and on our hands and our joints. And so, you know, we should all be working out because as human beings, we should be doing that anyway. We don't want to just be sat stagnant. You know, I think it's important to bring your heart rate up at least 3 times a week. And I think it's important to build strong muscle, especially as we get older. That's really going to support us as we get older, making sure we've got good muscle mass. It also helps you mentally, it helps to release stress. And so it allows us to be our better selves. So we all say it and I say it that, oh, I'm too busy, I haven't had time. But I think that's something that we need to, I know you've heard it a million times and I'll say it to myself and I'll say it to you guys, we need to prioritize it. We need to prioritize our own health and well-being. And I think the first step in that is scheduling exercise into our schedule just as we book in our patients' appointments. So that's my take-home message with you guys today.